You're about to see a potential disaster unfold. A pregnant woman with 3 children in her minivan driving directly into the Atlantic Ocean.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mallory and today I have a different video and we are going to be studying or talking about a news that happened on the ABC News. It happened March 6th of 2014. For some reason this video keeps circulating a lot on social media, on YouTube, and in Mother's Day of this year, this video was super linked to different many accounts. So that's why it already reached 8,007,6,400 views. So it's basically a news report thing. But we're going to be speaking about the patient that they're speaking about in the news in this video, and we're gonna speak about what they say of her because she's mentally ill, and as well we're gonna be reading and talking about some of the comments left down below. There were plenty of comments. Honestly, this video has around 12,716 comments. So basically, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna discuss this. We're gonna see different areas and different points. And if you guys like this type of videos, just let me know. Give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and we can do more of these videos because I already have a playlist of different type of videos like this. They're very controversial and they do have some relation with mental health. So we're gonna watch it together. The video is 4 minutes and 25 seconds. So we are going to watch it together, and then I'm gonna be stopping it and commenting what I think and stuff of this video. So I'm gonna put on my headphones, and you guys are gonna be able to listen to it through the screen. Let's start.
You're about to see a potential disaster unfold. A pregnant woman with 3 children in her minivan driving directly into the Atlantic Ocean. With one of the kids literally leaning out of the window yelling, "Help us," bystanders leap into action with only seconds to prevent a worst-case scenario. And all the while, there was a camera rolling. ABC's Steve Osensami is on the story.
Imagine driving past a beach and seeing this. A car deliberately driving into the ocean.
Are they saying help?
Then suddenly you hear the screams of small children.
Okay, so I know I just started. I'm just gonna stop it right there. That's a mistake that social media is making. They are portraying, since the beginning of this news report or of this video, the first thing they're doing is portraying this lady as a killer, as a serial killer, as a crazy person, instead of mentioning from the beginning she's actually mentally ill and something's wrong with her.
They're saying
Let's
help is
continue.
different.
Believe your eyes, that's a child waving out the window.
You sit still.
What would you do? Tim Tessinier didn't hesitate. He jumps out of his car to help, his wife recording it all.
And there's one kid in the back seat just screaming, help us, our mom's trying to kill us.
That's when his family vacation in Daytona Beach, Florida turned into a race against time to save 3 little children from a watery grave.
All I was worried about was those kids. That's all I cared about. They was screaming and their outstretched arms, and I don't know, I just did what come natural, I think.
21-year-old Stacy Robinson was also there, pleading with the kid's 32-year-old mother, Ebony Wilkerson, to turn the car around.
The son was snatching at the wheel, trying to get her to come back towards the shore.
And we're like, "Lady, you got to get out of the water." We're just trying to talk to her, And she looked back at us with this awful blank stare,
Honestly, I'm just gonna stop it right there again. It's really good that the men actually stopped for helping the kid that's actually screaming through the window. But something I do not like is how they are narrating the whole story, or how they're narrating the scenario. It just sounds like it's a freaking movie. It's not a freaking movie. So there's just, I don't know, man. I didn't really like, I didn't feel the narration on that reporter.
Been using
So
the word
let's continue.
possessed. I hate to use that, but that's what it looked like.
We're okay. That's all she was saying. We're okay. We're okay. And the son was tugging on the wheel. When I was speaking to her, her eyes was like, was
wide.
Wide.
They say she just kept driving. Stacy never lets go of the car. The surf is up to his chest. He reaches into the van to get the power windows down and his arms around two of the children, ages 9 and 10.
I pulled the son out first and then the daughter, and I came walking out with both of them. I still don't believe it happened. I'm just glad I was there.
People watching from the shore can't believe their eyes.
The waves were just pounding into the water.
Okay, so this is really bad, actually. He's using the word possessed, and I know it can happen, it can look like that, but when someone's actually in a mental crisis, your eyes speak for what's going on in your brain. And since her brain is not mentally connected with her body, like she's not thinking when she acts, she might be even going through a very high psychotic episode. Like, you don't know if that person actually was hearing voices, or maybe she was threatened. Maybe a voice or a shadow was trying to kill her and that was the only way out. You really don't know what the brain is making her believe at that point. So I really hate when people just use terminology like possessed or psycho, because it's a mental issue. Like, your brain is sick. We need to learn how to respect people and respect mentally ill people and mentally ill patients. So just the fact of using that word is just portraying her as some really evil person, instead of, you don't know how that person is, you know? You just know that her eyes are gone. Probably her brain is in some other world, other dimension. So I could relate with that. My eyes speak a lot for me and for my mental issues. Every time I am super hypomanic, or when I have been psychotic or had delusions or hallucinations before in the past, my eyes do get lost. I start wandering like that, like different corners, or when you talk to me, I just look like I'm gone, like I'm not really with you. And your eyes do get wider and like bigger looking because everything expands, but it doesn't mean that she's being possessed. So let's keep on
Down until
going.
it submerged.
While a passing tourist captured it all on video. In the middle of the chaos, a shocking discovery. There was still another child, the youngest, a 3-year-old, still trapped in a car seat in the back. Lifeguards try to open the front door, but it looks like the mother is attempting to stop them. Watch again.
You guys notice what he said? He said her eyes were going wide. It's because her brain is so beyond expanded and is thinking and speeding so much stuff right now. She might be not even know what's real and what's fantasy. She might be even confusing reality with fantasy. And that's lack of reality and realization of fantasy is really hard to identify when you're in a mental crisis. Like when you're in a psychotic episode, for yourself to identify that, you can't. You need someone to wake you up, to snap you out.
a struggle, and then the mother just walks away. Seconds later, they get the toddler out through the back.
God almighty, there's a baby in the car. Michael?
One of the two lifeguards still inside, barely getting out in time.
Watching them carry the kids out of the van was very emotional. I mean, we were jumping up for joy and screaming and for goodness.
Late today, authorities reported Wilkerson is pregnant and that she actually had been in contact with police just hours before the incident. Her sister called 911 to warn them about Wilkerson's potential mental health issues.
I tried to take her to the hospital.
So this is where I was just saying that people actually can make you kind of snap a little out of an episode, but we were just talking about. So they were telling her to stop and to open the door, and she wouldn't. She was like, no, 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 we're okay, because her brain is just full on going with we're okay, you're gonna be better if you kill yourself now. Like, that's what your brain is letting you know. That's what you're convinced of. So when these people start knocking her and just telling her to like come to earth again, she snaps out of it. She looks like she snapped. But when you have those quick snaps, it's not that you're in reality again, it's that maybe you stopped hearing voices, or you stopped the psychotic effect, but you're still in a mania, you know? You're still in the hyped episode. So then she just opens the door and walks away. So her breakdown that's letting her, or that was telling her to keep on drowning the car and herself and her kids, it stopped. Maybe that was a voice, maybe that was a hallucination. It shut down, but her brain's still gone. So part of the episode is not controlled but snapped out of, but the other side, it's gonna take a while for her to recover from there. So she just walks off like if it's nothing. And I can relate to something like that. I started dancing and I crossed the streets, and I was just gone. I was listening to music, but I didn't have any music with me. And then when someone honked at me, I snapped out of the music in Fantasyland I was at, but I started walking like a zombie, like I didn't know where I went, or where I was going, or what was going on, or what time it was. Kind of relating this video with what could have happened to her.
Yesterday, and she signed herself out today. She did a little bit better, but she's still not all here. So she's trying to drive, and I'm trying to stop her. And she had her kids, so I took her keys.
She had some crisis, but they did not meet the criteria to be able to do anything with her at that time.
A few hours later, she would end up here. Authorities have yet to file any charges, but she's currently undergoing mental evaluations. Her children.
So the lady in the call is saying that she's getting better, but she's not all the way here. You know what I mean? So I think that she just might have some delusion issues, maybe schizophrenia, or really, really strong bipolar, uncontrolled bipolar. You need to also understand that a mentally ill patient, we tend to be very, very extremely manipulative. So we can pretend and act perfectly as a stable person when we're not stable, just to get out of there and just to get out of the pressure of medication or professional help, because that's just a reaction it's just a natural instinct, because you, as a mentally ill person that's not controlled and it's not medicated, you probably do not love yourself. And if you do not love yourself, you don't give a damn about your body or life or anything in the matter. So just the fact of her convincing everyone that she's okay when she's extremely not okay, probably she just didn't want to be there, and she just hasn't accepted the idea that she has a mental issue. We don't even know if she was just diagnosed, or maybe she has been in denial for over years, because there's people that I was in denial for over a year and a half. So it took me a long time, it took me months, days, weeks to learn to love myself and to learn how to improve and control my brain.